Merry Christmas, brothers. I pray the Lord sends great blessings to you and your family during this wonderful season. When you went to Mass, you probably heard one of three Gospels. You must have heard one of three Gospels. If you went during the Vigil Mass, you heard the Gospel that begins with the genealogy of Jesus and ends with that great prophecy from Isaiah. A virgin shall conceive and give birth, and we shall call him Emmanuel, God with us. Maybe if you went at night, you saw the whole manger scene, the birth of our Lord that ends in that great song of the angels singing the Gloria and praising for this great event, praising God for this great event. And if you went today during the day of Christmas, then you read the gospel that refers to the Gospel of John, which begins with this theological point. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. I want to spend a few minutes on that last gospel, on the theological point of this great event we call the Incarnation. When God, the God who is the source of all being, not another being, but the source of all being, actually enters human history as a human being 2,000 years ago. C.S. Lewis has a great line about this I'd like to read. He says, "If it's false, this is of no importance. If it's true, it's of infinite importance. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important." You see, if God himself became part of history, became one of us and became part of history, no other historical event can even compare to it, as important as it may seem. No world war, no events surrounding us right now, no great tumults of history, no rise and fall of empires. Nothing next to the Incarnation matters much. That is the center of history. And I think we can take great comfort in that, because it means the most important historical event in the whole history of the human race is God coming to his people in order to redeem them. And everything else is secondary compared to that, a far second compared to that. You see, we live in anxious times, and it's easy to get anxious about the things going on around us, and our news media is quite capable of making us anxious. It's constantly reminding us of war, of dreaded things that might happen, of conflict, of ways in which people aren't getting along, of things that could go wrong, even though they haven't gone wrong yet. And what about our own lives? How easy it is to be taken up in our own anxieties, to be consumed with maybe how our children or our grandchildren are doing, or our job, or our health. All these things, legitimate things to worry about. But they're not the deepest thing. The deepest truth about the history of the human race, with all its ups and downs, with all its light and dark, is that Jesus became one of us, that God himself became one of us in Jesus Christ in order that we might be saved. There's another beautiful thing we might take away from the Incarnation, men, and it's this, that in God becoming one of us, becoming a human with us, the church fathers tell us he did that in order to restore our dignity, because we were saved by God and man, so that human beings, as flawed as we are, can in a small way, through the Incarnation, become a means of our own salvation. It's not dependent on us, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we save ourselves, but we get to participate in it. What a great dignity. When you're in trouble, or you have something you can't get out of, it's one thing for someone to just come and pull you out. It's another thing if you've got to do a little bit to get out of that hole, or out of that tough place, or manage that difficult thing. And in becoming a man, the Lord actually gives us a bit of our dignity back, a dignity he created us with, but that we lost through sin, and allows us to participate by his grace, completely by his will, but allows us to participate in getting out of the hole that we've been dug in. What a delicate, beautiful, and honorable way for the Lord to act with us. He could have saved us in any way, but he chose to do this, to humiliate himself to become a human being, so that human beings could be drawn up into glory. So at the center of history, men, whatever's going on, whatever we face, we as knights know one thing. The Lord has saved us and redeemed us, and we will stand on that truth, whatever comes. And brothers, we will do everything we can as knights to participate in the great work of the Lord, that all may come to know his love. Viva Jesu.